I'm going to start this video with a very quick disclaimer. I am not a fan of membrane-styled keyboards. I have been using mechanical keyboards for the last 10 or 15 years, but when I first started getting into the PC gaming space, I did buy membrane keyboards because back then they were a much cheaper alternative to actually going out and buying yourself a full mechanical keyboard. But I feel like over the years, mechanical keyboards have gone down in price so much that sometimes they might be priced as much, if not slightly lower than some membrane keyboards are in the market today. Now, with that being said though, Redragon was kind enough to send me two of their new membrane keyboards that they're putting out on the market today. This one, it's called the Aditya. I think I'm saying that properly. If I'm not, I'm sorry. And then this one, it's called the Shiva. So they are two membrane styled keyboards. I'm kind of going this with a lot of skepticism or with a lot of negative thought about it because, like I said, I'm not a big fan of them. I feel like that their place in the keyboard space has gone down, especially when you're considering price into a factor when buying a lot of these keyboards. But nevertheless, let's see if these can provide any sort of value outside of the fact that they are low priced. But like I said, I feel like mechanical keyboards have come down in price. And even though Redragon, you guys were very nice to send this out to me, I'm still going in with a lot of skepticism and a lot of kind of already having bad thoughts about this because, like I said, I'm personally not a fan. If you guys, the viewers, are a big fan of membrane keyboards, write down below what makes you still like them, if you still actually do like them, or if you're actually still using them. But with that being said, let's check into both of these membrane keyboards.
So the first keyboard up is the Redragon Aditya. I think I'm saying that right. This is a full-size keyboard with membrane switches. The design of the keyboard is pretty straightforward, a standard full-size layout with some G keys and dedicated media keys. It is wired only, and unfortunately the wire is built into the keyboard so you cannot remove it. Also, the USB connector is really bulky and will stand out when plugged into your PC. The RGB is decent and it has a nice diffused look. Even in the dark, it shines through really good, one of the strong points of this keyboard. There isn't too much bleed from the colors and it is laid out very nicely. The key feels like any membrane keyboard, soft, mushy, and quiet, but the stabilizers aren't the best. Now moving on to the next keyboard, the Redragon Shiva is like the big brother compared to the previous one. It is a full-size keyboard with membrane switches, but it does have a better feel. The G keys are on the side, and you do get more media controls on the top. The Shiva also comes with a magnetic wrist rest that connects and stays firm on the keyboard. Since it's all plastic, it's not the most comfortable, but it's still nice to have. It's also a wired keyboard, and unfortunately the wire is not removable as well, but this time it is a braided cable, so it does feel nice. The USB connector is still the bulky kind, which I do not like. And even though it's a membrane keyboard like the Aditya, it does sound a bit better, but it still gives you the same membrane feel. The Aditya retails for $32.99 and the Shiva for $36.99, and to be honest, the price isn't as attractive as you think. Even in Redragon's lineup, there are mechanical keyboards close to that price that are much more attractive and they feel and sound better, and they can be customized with switches and keycaps. Both of these membrane keyboards are okay, but I can only recommend them if you need something simple, temporary, or you manage to find them at a ridiculous sale price. Otherwise, I suggest looking elsewhere. So before we get to the conclusion, I kind of just wanted to take this little video and just add a couple more little quick bits here in regards to the keyboards that we just tested here. Both of these memory keyboards are not the worst things I have ever tested in the market, and I kind of just wanted to put that out there and apologize that I haven't been actually doing justice to a lot of the feature sets of these keyboards when it comes to the anti-ghosting keys and when it comes to the software that you can download to control some of the RGB and give us a nice flair. But I just do know that because I have my own bias on membrane keyboards, I kind of approached both of these keyboards with a little bit of a guilty before innocent, and I wasn't really as thrilled to review these keyboards just because I know what membrane keyboards give to the market. So I do still feel like you can find better options out there, like I was saying before, but I do wanted to apologize and say that I didn't really do justice to these specific keyboards in regards to the feature set, even though there isn't much, to be honest, but I did skip on those purposely because I just wanted to get to the point of the looks and the feels and the RGB, which I feel like are one of the top things that people do look for in gaming keyboards. So with that, let's go to the conclusion.
All right, so that was my take on both the Aditya and the Shiva keyboards from Redragon. I personally do like the Shiva just a little bit more, just because it does give you a little bit of more feature set and the nice wrist rest, even though I don't think it's the best wrist rest you can get out there. It's just very simply made, but it does provide a slightly better value option in regards to the feature set. But like I said in the beginning of this video, I am not a big fan of membrane keyboards. I feel like even in Redragon's own lineup, there are much better alternatives that you can get for not just longevity, but also for customization in regards to doing things that you want with these gaming keyboards. I have tested many gaming keyboards on this channel, especially from Redragon's lineup, and like I said, they do provide a lot of really great options that I feel like you can kind of almost disregard both of these keyboards. Now, like I said, there are probably other people in this world who really do like membrane keyboards and just have a lot of fun using it. If that's you, then that's completely fine. I'm not judging you for not wanting a mechanical keyboard. It's just for me, because I've used so many keyboards on this channel and just in general, that I feel like I don't see it having a really big place in the gaming keyboard market right now. But they're still pumping it out for a reason, because people still enjoy it and still like the price. But for those who are really looking for something or a gaming starter keyboard, I feel like you cannot start with this, because you're only getting that one experience. And if you want to dive in and do other things, these keyboards won't allow you to do that, and you will just have to step up to something else. So Redragon, thank you so much for sending these out to me. And if you guys did enjoy this video, make sure to hit like, and also do not forget to hit that subscribe button. Thank you guys all so much for watching, and we'll see you all in the next one.